You've been casting more Dota than me lately. You've been paying attention to everything. Your Grandmaster Dragon Drop. How much Drow Ranger have you seen?
Not a lot.
Alright.
I casted. A bit of a different type now. I mean, it's just because attack speed requires any other hero that you want to buff up to also be super farmed and just be able to take advantage of that attack speed. So you're thinking about heroes like Terrorblade or something with warps like OD, for example. Add attack speed onto an arcane orb. It's arguably better than the old extra damage.
On some heroes, I'd say that it's a lot worse than others. Like Storm Spirit would have been better with the damage. TA would have been better with the damage. I think the hero's quite a bit worse overall. I mean, she's lost aura focus than she used to be. Sure, I'm not sure how OG's gonna run this, but you know, they're TI champions. I'm sure they know something I don't. I'm just saying.
Doesn't look like they've run Drow in a Chongqing major qualifier. They have run a lot of Void and Magnus, but banned out Magnus first phase time around. But yeah, Magnus and PA both, so it's one of these big combos that have emerged so far in the meta that's just very, very hard to deal with. But they try and go back for this range threat, so I wouldn't be too surprised to see someone like OD, someone with an orb attack that can really make good use of the attack speed, coming in from the middle lane now.
And out from Helsinki Reds comes Axe. That's a hero that we saw a lot of in the last patch. No changes to it in this one. We're seeing a lot in this patch too. Always you have the use of the call, BKB piercing disable, 3.2 seconds. Huge with a blink dagger, even bigger with blade mail. So I don't think Axe is going anywhere, and he's a pretty solid pick in basically any draft.
Yeah, and last hero, pretty competent Axe player out of the off lane, if I remember correctly, but thing is that I'm worried about with Helsinki Reds, like every time I see them play, is that they kind of tend to lack an idea of how to actually win the game. And in this one you see, alright, decent lanes, Luna, Rubik could still be mid, could still be lane support here, could also help out the Undying. Undying could also be helping out the Luna, just depending on how they want to prioritize these lanes. But they don't really have easy ways to engage and more importantly, take objectives. So is there here? I mean, in this game it's a little bit different because you have the Luna for pushes, you have Undying to kind of show up these early team fights, Axe provides a bit of initiation. But is it going to be enough up against what OG have right now? Because between the Tusk, the Oracle has a good amount of save potential, Drow Ranger, that's, I mean, still doing a lot of siege damage over time on towers for all this attack speed, all this right-click power. Is it enough to break through OG, or does it just require too much execution and too much being able to outplay your opponent?
I think they can break through them at this moment. I think that they have a pretty good chance of doing well in this laning phase with the Undying, the Rubik, and the Luna. They can get behind or get past the enemies in this team fight with the Axe, call the Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger is super susceptible to the Axe, as you know. You got to be a little bit worried about your ability to snowball if you're Helsinki Reds against a Beastmaster Tusk lane. They have a lot of strength there. They have a lot of strength from tag team with that Drow aura. Since they're getting more attacks in more quickly, that means whoever Tusk is hitting with that tag team is going to be slowed again and again. Oracle is one of the lowest base attack time heroes in the game. Coupled with Drow Ranger's extra attack speed, it actually is going to do some huge damage. So, you got decent ways of dealing with the early game power of Undying and Luna on OG, and you have to be a little bit worried about that if you're Helsinki Reds, but it is possible for them to be able to pull this off with their draft.
Right, we'll see will they have the strength to do it as they pick up yet another red hero.
10 seconds remaining.
Certainly gives you, he's gonna have to itemize against the silencers and whatnot, so maybe Yules will be in order at some point, but beyond that, it's one of these heroes that is very mobile, can be very hard to back down. Unless you get to jump on him, yeah, Beastmasters like that, or Shadowblade if he doesn't have a Lincolns. Like, there are some ways for OG, and they still have a hero left to pick here, of course. I
mean, if you got quick fingers on the Ember Spirit, I feel like you can get that Remnant off before the roar hits you. It does have a little bit of a cast time.
Yeah.
Not huge, but a little bit. Enough to dodge. I mean, nothing like we saw Anna dodging TI Finals and OG, but...
Picking Ember against OG, even though Anna is not with them right now, is still just gives these kind of flashbacks at times.
I like it.
Comes through the Hobson. Oh.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. Can they deal with the Aqua one?
I'm not sure. That's going to make the push way harder for a hero like Luna. You don't want to creep up too close to the enemy base on the Luna and get behind to that magnetic field that the Arc Warden lays down. That's going to make the push infinitely harder. And it's a natural pairing with the Drow Ranger. You always pick up Maelstrom on that Arc Warden. So the extra attack speed you get from that, getting all those chain lightnings off on the enemy team is going to be insane.
Oof. Well, Helsinki Reds, they've got the work cut out for them. They are going to be treated to the Thompson Arc One with the Drow Ranger Oracle just to show everything up. Tusken Beastmaster also just to provide a bit of extra control in these mid-game fights. A lot of vision too, haven't talked much about that, but Hawk, less flexible than used to be, but a lot easier to use and more reliable. And kind of this fire and forget Hawk, where you migrate and you don't have to worry necessarily about it being scouted out en route, unless there's like a...
Great for low APM noobs like myself.
Yeah, exactly. Point is, like, I do like OG's lineup here, especially with this last pick. Of course, they're coming in as the heavy favorite. Even though they didn't make it through the major qualifiers, they're still PI winners are. And Helsinki Reds, they've had their own share of issues for a long, long time now, so... I'm, okay, Zep's at it again. So, I don't want
There's one thing you weren't
say
considering
that I have
here.
huge confidence in Helsinki Reds here.
There's one thing you're not considering here, though, Drag and Drop. OG can simply go through the minors, win the minor, then win the major for maximum DPC points.
Well, you don't get the minor points, you get higher points on them.
Wait, really?
You only get one set of points.
Boo!
So basically, if you win the minor and then ball out at the major and go on last, and you still have more points, because you get the top points from the minor, which is slightly more than last place points for the major. Same with prize pool, I think.
Okay.
But the moment you get one stage further, I think
30
that's
seconds to
get the major points instead.
Okay.
Get one
Yeah, I was a little bit...
you don't
I was a little bit confused.
Anyway, bit of an early tussle here. No tail comes through. Nice little root, couple punches. The tag team. They're tackling Wombo already. He's dead.
Yeah, down he goes in pretty short order.
Yeah, that didn't take long at all, did it?
Nope. And they might as well invade up here on the axe, because they're going to get 2 bounty runes in the bottom lane.
Battle begins.
Going up top. That top either, so it's a 3-for-1 exchange.
Yep. I'll take that trade. So, that's the power of tag team, and Axe knew that cooldown on that ability is super short, even though it had the power to take down Rubik right there. They still had it ready to go right after, so Axe had to back up there. Hero like Axe not able to hold his ground against an ability that strong.
Especially since it's physical damage. Thing that's you could do to nerf that would just be to make it magic. Because right now, Axe only with 1 armor, there's not a whole lot that he has up against that. If it's magic damage, at least you have some base. This is again.
In the early game, but then wouldn't it be super strong in the late game as well? It's a little bit hard to balance it, huh?
I don't know.
Alright, Nax has realized, alright, I'm not going to be able to sit in this lane. I'm going to have to creep cut. But he's getting hit by this tag team, and like I was talking about at the start of this game, Oracle's got one of the highest base attack times in the game, so it works super well with this tag team.
Rooted up, he's spinning quite a lot, but out of his health pool. Doesn't have a self, only has a few tangos to work with. Same stuff. However, and both these supports are just gonna make them work for it super hard. Another root coming out, Jarek's with another tag team. Are they gonna get the skill here?
They're forced to let him walk away there, though. He was punished pretty heavily for that. He's going to have to use a couple of his tangos.
LCW farming all the way. Part of this kid. Directed to the next group, world. God, Womber, not again. How is this allowed? How can you just keep tag teaming them for 40 mana?
Yep, 40 mana, 15-second cooldown, again and again, huge amounts of damage coming out from this spell, especially when you have an ally nearby. Even without an ally nearby, at level 1, that ability is insane. It does more damage. You're gonna get 3 or 4 hits off in 5 seconds, right? And with that added slow, it stops the enemies from running away. It is insane. And it's given us no time to look at the other lanes either.
Well, one thing that Tusk's presence
Here it is.
lane does is what? Doing it again last year this time. He has 2 freaking stout shields. You wanna try and skip creep waves with that, but really hardly do that when 2 supports check down all the freaking down is not good. He's out with the power of tag team. It's not quite enough. Meanwhile, Oracle ends up dropping the Womber.
Yep. So we got punished a little bit for the going too heavily on the Axe there, and Axe managed to get away. He does have to TP to base, so it's going to cost him a little bit of time in this lane. Time the Drow Ranger is happy to have, but might give us a little bit of time to look in these other lanes now. So we did see Seb go down to the Luna Undying combo. That's not that surprising. I like that they've just kind of left Seb by himself, because you don't want to be pitting multiple heroes against this Undying.
Well, it's working out. He's still getting, he's no amount of CS, he's getting levels most importantly. He only died once. As far as solo offlanes are concerned, it's still acceptable.
Yep.
So, again, I still feel like with, I mean, Bucharest is having so much success down bottom. So might as well put that tag team to use here rather than top, as he's actually committing in on Womber. Forcing to TP out as well, all the way back to base. Last two is alone. Only one single shared tangle left, so he can't really test anything. So
Yep.
Womber's back.
And him using that, he's all out. He's got 2 stout shields and a quelling blade. This is a shield in each hand, an axe in his third hand.
Axe on his feet.
Yeah, an axe on one of his foot. He's just hopping along the battlefield.
Maybe he's just duct taping the shields to his forehead or something.
Yeah.
That's the way it works.
Or duct taping the quelling blade to his forehead. He just slams his head onto the enemies. I'm pretty sure that's how Axe is played.
Oh yeah. Certainly beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about this mid lane, because right now, Thompson going ham, which is what you would probably expect he ranged hero against the third Raskin coming Dark Rape.
Yeah, and he is assisted a little bit from this Precision Aura. He's got 19 extra attack speed right now. He's got 3 Wraith Bands, so this Ember Spirit, instead of getting whacked once, he gets whacked 3 times every time he gets too close to this creep wave because of all this extra attack speed from the Wraith Bands and the Precision Aura.
Stole across one, but he dropped super low, but Axe brought down first. He gets one on attack insurance.
Oh.
Hide behind the tree. Didn't quite work out. I mean, Wombat does get the kill, but what cost? It's not just
Yeah,
the death,
that creep.
bounty runes.
That creep ended up giving him the vision right there. Otherwise, he would have been completely safe behind that tree. So, nice little try for a cheeky play there by Jerax. That's the kind of things that you expect out of him. He's pretty well known for his Tusk as well. It's his Tusk and his Earth Spirit that he is renowned for, and now that tag team's gotten a little bit of now that tag team exists in the game, he's back strong.
Oh, look at this. Undying doing the thing.
Wait, no,
Hey,
he's gonna get him!
Cross.
Yeah, no. Oh no!
So close. I mean, he was there for the experience, I guess, right?
Yep, he got the experience. He didn't get any of that extra gold though. That would have been pretty nice to get. Especially considering a little bit under-farmed on this Tusk.
For that to work, you have to actually do some damage. If you don't do damage, still credit even though you buy as well.
Top lane, by the way. It said go on this Luna.
Top lane, yep. Rad 8. Just with this rotation forced out mid. It's gonna clean up top lane as well, but looks kills everywhere.
Yep.
So OG, even though they give up tops in here, they're just taking the advantages in these side lanes instead, knowing that, hey, this is Undying, he made the rotation. About. If he didn't come in, I would assume that got the kill.
Yep.
Very low there.
Yeah. Fortunately, Ember can leave and come back in pretty easily. I'm interested in seeing if this Emperor Spirit's gonna go Boots of Travel and TP.
Hero kind of TP out if he wanted to. Now 3 heroes running it down. Gonna be another kill. Some ghost tops as well. Top lane Zep dies again to 2 different heroes. Still running him.
Yeah, this Rubik's gonna have to be a little bit careful. He's trying to do something pretty cheeky here, though. He wraps around on him.
Being gone on here, doesn't have a double, does not have too much help coming in until just now. No Tail showing up, casts a few spells, triple run and forward. Oh, life, only just a Soul Cross. Another couple of spells, right clicks here should be enough, but Womber, well, you'll die in exchange. You'll be slowed down by one of these random spark rays, but I think No Tail or Jerax can really burn that into more.
They're gonna try. He gives Jerax the mango to try and block him off, but it's not quite enough. He messes it up.
Not really the angle that you can do that with.
Yeah, you need to be standing a little bit closer to that ledge to be able to get off that ice shards that blocks it there. They did try to go for it though. It's a teamwork that you expect of TI underdogs. Just kind of forced to work with what they had. Ended up bringing home a championship.
Well, that's the way it works sometimes. But, I mean, with all of this action happening though, now shifting towards these other lanes, at least LTW, I mean, he's level 8, so he can start one-shotting Ancients, because that's balanced. 60 last hits, 25 denies. No one's in bottom lane right now, but eventually someone will go in and take advantage of that. Meanwhile, last hero just runs straight into 2 different heroes. With Jerax in there, the wall comes out just to keep on dying away. To finish up one hero first, Tombstone. Down for the count, a couple of seconds. Vivo blocked him by the shots. He doesn't know where to go.
And he's going to be able to tag team here.
It's gonna be 2 heroes down plus the Tombstone. And middle lane here. Beautiful signs coming through from LTW. Keeps you away.
Yeah, LTW coming out a little bit slow with that one. He did try to save his teammate, but you know, it's just not enough sometimes.
Would go down in the end. So, as a result, it's not really slowing him down too much. I mean, he's still sitting 4k net worth here, 5.5k now to W, just so freaking far ahead. More Ancients being stacked by the supports.
Yep.
So, what is is there anything that goes Helsinki Reds' way right now?
Their Axe is getting a little bit of much needed space, and speaking of that, he's about to go down to Thompson. So I spoke a little bit too soon there.
Cassis goes so much damage here from these Wraiths. Very easy kill. Meanwhile, on top, we do see something real in Seal. Making that rotation in, Jarks. Just play things a little bit further. Shards trying to go for some tricky plays, but don't tell me he's just walking away from it.
He's not walking away from this.
Yeah, he's not walking away.
Yeah, he doesn't even use his wand. Decides I'm gonna save my wand for a rainy day, 4 charges. Not gonna use it when I'm guaranteed to be dead. So, Axe was getting a little bit of space there, but look at this Axe's items for a second here. He's got 2 Stout Shields, a Coiling Blade, a Ring of Protection, and he's carrying more Tangos on here with the kind of base regeneration that Axe has. He's been having an awful game. He's forced to buy the Ring of Protection just for some extra armor against the Tusk and the tag team. Because he didn't have anything. He had 6% physical damage resistance at the start of this game. And sure, he's doing a little bit better now, but he's taking way too much damage to that tag team, that Oracle, with that low base attack time and the Drow Ranger attack speed.
Like, he's nowhere near where you ideally want to be as an Axe.
Yeah, you want your
Vanguard and the Blinker.
Yeah.
Having good rules, there's a bunch of Spark Rays on it here. They lift Rabbi back, who does have the Eclipse to work with here. Doesn't actually need to use up against Jerax, just buying some more time. But it's 4 people in this general area having to deal with him right now. This is just not efficient. Look at this, bottom lane, Thompson's farming, top lane, they the tower, Zep just continuing to push, middle lane. We've got ILTW rotating between the lane and the Ancient camp.
Yep. So even Tusk dies there, you pretty much come ahead and farm, given the fact that you're using all the resources on the map so well there on OG. So was it really worth it?
One with the Midas. There's 1, there's 2. It's not quite the Ogre multicast Midas, but it's close enough. But now he has to maybe get himself out of there, but even though there's still 4 heroes in this area, it's so hard for them to even walk in. They have no initiation, they have to go through a freaking forest of Spark Rays at this point.
Yep.
You get to the lane, which is not fun at all.
So, they play a little bit more careful now on their side, given the fact that OG is up 7k net worth at 11 minutes. That might be 7k at 12 minutes, I spoke a little bit too soon. But yeah, they're getting dominated right now. I mean, OG is just coming out ahead everywhere on the map.
Not even these big outplays or anything just yet. I'm too early for that. Just all round better efficiency here. Jarek just has so much more impact. 2, 3, and 8. 4 position fast. Keeping... Not just about the kills that you get in the early. More about keeping them away from creeps. They certainly accomplish that.
Alright.
Slightly outliving the act right now.
Yeah, they tried to go on Womber there, but he does manage to get back. He's playing very far back right now. They don't want to give any more opportunities to OG to get further ahead in this game. They realize that right now they're pretty far behind, so they're playing super safe. No tail.
Bucharest stolen from Rubik, so you can do a lot of damage with that. Now, the shot's not quite blocking him in, but there's some proper spark waves coming in from the real top.
Doesn't even matter.
Icon? Who needs blocks, you know?
Yeah, he wasn't trapped out. He was actually trapped in right there.
Are you okay?
Oh god. Eric's concerned for their well-being. You okay?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Bad banter. That's what I loved about the series against Alliance, I think. There was a lot of that back and forth.
Recasting that
Alliance and
one?
Liquid, but Alliance and Liquid as well, I think.
I see.
Tuned in a few times. A lot of like all shared voice lines and everything going on. All in good fun. Great thing.
Wait, does marksmanship go through agility? I mean, what did I just say?
Yes.
Does marksmanship goes through Roshan's armor?
I think so. There's Eclipse coming in. Of course, wasted increase, but still doing enough damage to chop down Thompson here. Oracle keeps himself alive. Another remnant forward. That's five people. Yeah, 5 people running them down. One by one here, trying to find more, but now? OG, they're not even afraid, are they? LTW, he has the Shadow Blade. He has the Aegis looking to... Oh god, almost 2 shot number. Got a little bit more lucky there. They're still bringing him down with the roll over on Fibo. He's not going to be long for the world either, so they get some instant revenge. Only on supports though.
Yep. And it's worth it a lot for Helsinki Reds. Open up the fight recap. Actually, the fight only says that it was 2 for 0.
Yeah.
Opening the fight recap. That's not quite right.
Yeah, it is just too much.
Yeah, I'd say that's a much needed relief for Helsinki Reds. He actually didn't go on the Ember Spirit though. He went on the creeps. He baited that Remnant out there.
That wasn't even a misplay, was it? That was planned.
Yeah, that was planned.
Yeah, you know that the Remnant's going to be there, so you don't...
Yeah, you know he's going to run back to it.
Oh, okay, he's a lot of trouble. He does get the ultimate off, though. He needs stuff up enough. Well, he suddenly got some health coming through, so they could potentially take a fight. If this continues here... But he did heal himself enough. No pops coming from the side. Another snowball across. Rebate, that's a stone for bomb. Oh, it's coming in. Or 4 people from INCW just starting to click away at them. And now they're right next to him. It's going to need some extra punches and they're going to have it. Rebate dropping super low. And INCW just dances around. He doesn't even care.
Oh my god.
They're just tearing through everybody.
ILTW coming with the backline, hitting them with that silence. That was huge. Pushing them all forward, giving the small disable, silenced all 3 of those heroes. That was sick.
That was some next level shit right there. Now, well, if there was any doubt that OG had control, can lay those to rest here. It's time to work away. And not just 1, but 2 different tier 2 towers with the 15-minute catapult wave. They can take it to the high ground. They still have an Aegis for another 2.5 minutes. They have ice shots blocking 2 different heroes. Womber has to deal with this Hawk 1 clone, but it's just solo killing him at this point.
Yep. Too much attack speed, all that Maelstrom damage, extra Drow attack speed too. 92 extra attack speed right now. That is insane. Look at this tower go down right now.
Get both towers here at the same time. And
Precision Ore is currently...
Which one is actually dying faster? The one in the bottom, as it turns out, is Thompson had to back off just a little bit here. Last hero That doesn't have his blinks, you can't really go in. You're dropping down tombstone, trying to get rid of it. But even the balls are just enough to bring it down as the roar comes through. Follow with the silence here, starts directing away. Jared goes down to punches, that's one down. Trying to turn this around here last year with the call from, but snowball save! And to the false promise, LTW once again, he does not care. He has the Aegis, he's just clicking away. They ignore the Eclipse, they bring them down one by one with the blink forward. Ultra kill from LTW. Can he get a rampage? Well, no one's in range right now. LTW wants get the buildings first, objective-based game.
Yeah, this is disciplined Dota right here.
Has to walk away.
Mere men like us would say, I want Rampage and dive those tier 4s, but not the gods of OG.
These Womblers stole the magnetic field, so they slowed down the push somewhat, but... No, nice little double chains from Seal. You really do, you don't have the tools to play up against this.
Yep, and oh my god, Axe gets blocked off and he's gonna pay with his life.
Way to go, tries to go for some call plays, tongues freaking off. But GG is called 17.5 minutes in.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
17.5 minutes, and if that GG didn't come out there, they would have killed that throne at 18 minutes. That is insane by OG, but it looks like you were right, Dre.